Hello, friends. First of all, welcome of all of you in this video lecture of Economics 11th Standard. From last video lecture, we start second topic of economics, that is money. So far, we completed meaning of money, introductory part of the topic. Then we start barter system. We completed meaning and three difficulties of barter system. So the next difficulty is problem of indivisibility. In case of commodity exchange, because the meaning of barter system is goods are exchanged for goods known as a barter system. So in case of, if you want to exchange animal with another goods or commodity, so it is difficult. For example, if the ratio is one cow is equal to one cow is equal to four goats, but the farmer of cow wants only only two goats. So in this situation, it is difficult to divide the cow into two parts. So problem of indivisibility is one of the drawback or difficulty of barter system. Or another example is in case of Mr. A. In case of Mr. A has some stock of wheat, WHEAT. Mr. B have some stock of wheat, it is WHEAT, wheat, and in exchange of wheat, he wants a goat. He wants a goat from Mr. B, but Mr. B wants only half of the stock of wheat. So it is difficult to divide the goat into different segments or small parts, because it is inappropriate to divide the commodities like animals, houses into small parts. So it is one of the difficulties of barter system. Next, problem of making deferred payments. Problem of making deferred payments. Deferred payment means payments which is made in future. For example, payment of loan, interest of loan with principal amount is difficult in case of barter system. If any person, Mr. Z, borrow some stock of rice from any other person and he wish him to repay the same quantity and quality of rice in future after 1 year, so it is difficult to repay the same quality and quantity of rice in future. So which the Mr. Z taken as a loan from any other person. So problem of making deferred payments is also one of the difficulty or drawback of barter system. Next thing, that is evolution of money. As we discussed earlier, barter system has various difficulties. So money comes through various development stages through the process of evolution and not by revolution. In prehistoric period, animals come after animal money, commodity money, after commodity money, metallic money, then metallic coins are used as money. So this money is under the process of development. So these are the development stages or evolution stages of money. So in modern time, as per the change in the time, or as per the need of the time, or as per the need of hour of that particular century, and at the same time development of civilization, a result is that money is there is a brings all these things brings an evolutionary changes which took place over a long period of time in the money. So evolution of money: first animal money, then commodity money, then metallic money, then metallic coins, then paper money, then credit money, then plastic money, electronic money. So these are the stages of evolution of money. So first we see what is meant by animal money. In prehistoric period, animals like cow, goat, sheep are used as a money, as a means of exchange for goods. But due to the problem of indivisibility, because money cannot be divided into small parts or into different segments. Money cannot be divided into small parts or into different segments. It is not possible to use animal money for longer period of time. So from the animal money, the society use commodity money. Commodities like wheat, rice, shells, feathers, tusk, animal skin, animal hairs, all these things are also used as a money. But commodity money also have certain difficulties or drawbacks or limitations. So what are these drawbacks or limitations? These limitations are due to problem of storage of such commodities, metallic money. Due to problem of storage of these commodities, metallic money came into existence. That is problem of storage of these goods, because commodities like wheat or perishable goods like agricultural goods, animal tusk, animal skin, animal hair, salt, rare articles. So these things are not these commodities are not possible to store for longer period of time. These commodities or these goods are not possible to store for longer period of time. So to overcome these difficulties, the next thing that is evolved known as a metallic money. Metallic money means this is the example of commodity money. This is the example of metallic money. It refers to money which is made of metals like gold, silver, copper, etc. So metallic money is again divided into two parts: standard coins or fully bodied coins, or metallic coins are again divided into two parts: standard coins or fully loaded coins or token coins. When coins whose face value and intrinsic value are same, known as coins whose face value and intrinsic value are same, known as standard coins or fully loaded coins. Then what is meant by face value? In this coin, that is first row, coin number third, the rupees 2 is the face value of that particular coin, and the metal which is used for the coin, or the cost of metal which is used for the coin, known as its intrinsic value, So in case of standard coins or fully bodied coins, coins whose face value and intrinsic value are same, means the face value is the value which is printed on the coin, and the cost of metal which is used for the creation or preparation or made for the made cost of made up of that particular coin is same, known as a standard coin or fully bodied coin. And the next is token coins. Coins are those whose value is much more than their real and intrinsic value, known as token coins. Next is paper money. It refers to that money which is form of paper currency notes issued by government. In India, all currency notes or all paper money is published by Reserve Bank of India on behalf of Government of India. So paper money is again divided into three parts: representative paper money, convertible paper money, and inconvertible paper money. When issuing authority keeps same percent metallic reserve against the issue of currency notes or paper money, it is called as a representative paper money. Convertible paper money, when the issuing authority promise to convert currency notes into standard money or on demand, also called as a representative money. So convertible paper money is also called as a representative money. Inconvertible paper money, when the notes issuing authority does not make any commitment, of converting notes into standard money, is called as inconvertible paper money, or inconvertible paper money is also known as fiat money. This question is very important. Inconvertible paper money is also called as fiat money. So through the evolution stages, we completed animal money, commodity money, metallic coins, and paper money. So the remaining parts, that is credit money, plastic money, and electronic money, we covered in next lecture. But before that, one thing which I forgot to tell you, that is an important thing, which is remaining, that is definitions of money. Money is anything that is generally accepted as a means of exchange. Money is anything means anything. As we discussed earlier, animals is also used as money, commodities are also used as money, metals are also used as money. So at that time, these animals, commodities, and metals are generally acceptable by society as a means of exchange. Okay, and so this means of exchange, which is commonly accepted by the society, known as a having measure and store of value, value. Next, that is third definition, one thing that possesses general acceptability. This definition is given by Seligman. One thing that possesses general acceptability. One thing which possesses a general acceptability as a means of exchange, having store of value and unit of measurement, and which is generally acceptable by all over the world. For example, in India, rupee is accepted generally as a money, and in USA, dollar is used as a money. So all over the world, dollar is also used as a means of exchange, because each and every currency is again converted into dollar for their parity, for the purpose of parity. And the next definition is money is what money does. Money is what money does, because money, it is expected from the thing which is generally accepted as money, which perform certain functions such as medium of exchange. Medium of exchange, store of value. Money can be transferred from one place to another place. Money can be used for standard of deferred payments. So money is what money does. Professor F.A. Walker. So for today, I stop here. The remaining points I will cover in next lecture. Thanks for watching.